Tally ho! Help me! Hello everyone, I am BuildinPro. Welcome back to our Minecraft Let's Play. As you might have been able to tell, in this episode we are going to be working on our mine. Since we did a lot of work on our castle the last couple episodes, we got it looking pretty snazzy, but I've been pretty embarrassed by my mine, which is probably why you haven't seen it just yet. So before we head over there and get to work, we're going to gather up some resources and see what we need. Okay, I do want to make a bubble elevator, so I'm going to grab a soul sand. Alright, we're going to need some stone, because we're going to make it look pretty legitimate. Grab some dirt. I have an idea for the base, or rather for the entrance to the mine, but I don't know just yet exactly what it's going to look like. That's something we're going to have to figure out together. I thought I had some magma blocks. I could be wrong. I guess I don't have any magma blocks, but that's no big deal. We can go gather some of those. They're not too far offshore there. We found while exploring. Go ahead and put my armor on before I head out. Another thing I wanted to do is make an iron golem. I've never made one before, but occasionally, on a very rare occasion, we find any sort of mob that just spawns in the village. We have it lit up very well, I feel like, but just on occasion they'll spawn randomly. Another thing I did down with the animals here, I kind of segregated the cows and the sheep because I do eventually want to make an automatic cow cooker just so I can farm leather and just cook beef. And the sheep I want to keep separate, so this will make it a lot easier so I can funnel all the cows in together, and then it'll be able to release the sheep back into the wild after we get that cow cooker up and going. That's something we're just planning ahead for the future. So now if I remember how to do this correctly, you just place, I've never done this, but I've seen it done, just place the block of iron like this, and a pumpkin on top. Now, I think you have to make a jack-o'-lantern out of that. I think that's shears. Oh, well there we go. Wow, they look pretty nice in this mod pack. But thank you, sir. I expect a lot out of you. You're guardian of this whole village. No pressure, but if anybody dies, it's on you, bro. It's all on you. Alright, so let's head over to our mine and see what we got in store for today. Now, this village that we just kind of built around, it's all temporary. It doesn't look too bad, just the regular Minecraft generated stuff. But we are definitely going to be doing some upgrades in the future. I just kind of want to get our stuff settled first. Like taking care of our home, like the castle over there, our old home. Got a little tiny dock set up over here, but it does the job. You know, it gets us what we need it to do. We're going to have to figure out something to do with this old home here. Maybe we'll turn it into a lighthouse or something. But let's head down. This was our first house right here, and this was our first mine. We just found a cave that was automatically generated next to this village, and we just started digging down. So as you can tell here, dirt and stone built right into the world. There's nothing fancy about it. It's a mine. It gets done what we need to get done. But what I want to do is I want to kind of fill in this hole, make a bubble elevator that goes straight up and down, so that we can just walk over, hop into the bubble elevator, and then it'll take us all the way shooting down into Y level 12. Because, you know, that's the best level. And we already have a bit of a mine set up down there. So if we can find these coordinates, let me see, F3, we can get our memory going for these coordinates. Where are we? Okay, we want to shoot for, let's see here. Just kind of planning this out. Where do I want my path to go? Okay, if we make the mine like right where it is, we can probably work with that. Which way do I want it to be facing? No room to go that way. Guess we'll have to pretty much face this way. Okay, exactly where do we want it though? I think right here for the bubble elevator will be good. So that's -731, -498. What am I doing? I need to write that down. I'm gonna forget it. That's one thing I know about myself, is that I can try my best to remember something, but it's just not going to work that way. So let me pull up Notepad, write down -731, -498. Okay. Now as long as we dig down do y level 12, then get to those same coordinates and start digging up. And just dig out like a little bit of an area just so we kind of know where to go. Then at least we'll have some sort of idea what to expect. Because we're going to be digging straight down. We'll probably do like 2 or 3 wide just so we don't, dig straight down into lava. Because we're better than that. We know better than that. I'm sure we've all made mistakes before in the past. That's not something we want to do again. So let's head on over here. Keep an eye on our coordinates. We're going to have to do a little bit of digging, but honestly not too much. Alright, this is negative 731, so I think we're going to have to go this way. Yep, we're going to have to go a few blocks this way. Oh, look at that, I ran into another mining shaft. Look at me go. Alright, keep going. There's a few more. And since we've already been digging, here we go, negative 731 and negative 498. So let's just go ahead and mark this. There we go. Now since we've already been digging mines around here for quite some time, that's how we got all of our resources so far, then we don't really have to do too much to get the actual mine started. We just have to get a base platform so that we can get the bubble elevator installed. And then we'll have to do a lot of work on the surface. And the bottom of the mine doesn't have to be anything too fancy, but I would like to jazz it up a little bit so that it doesn't look like this. So it's at least all nice and working together rather than just looking like we just dug straight down and stuck with what we got. Because we can do better than that. Nothing wrong with that, but we can make it do better. Didn't mine out a little bit of area. Okay. This is where one elevator is going to go. Where should we put the other one? I think if we find some more out in this direction, then we can put the bubble elevators, not quite side by side of course, but we can put 1 block between them, and then 2 blocks off to the side. So we put 1 there, 1 here, space in between, 2 blocks on each side. And we'll change up the walls and the ceiling. We want to get this 3 high of course, because I feel like I'm hitting my head down here. I'm going to get these 3 high, and then we will back up to the surface. Now that we have a little bit of a better plan, we know what to expect, we can start planning from the top down. Alright, just a couple more. Alright, I'll actually throw my soul sand just in one of them because there's no need to carry it around. Alright, soul sand will push the water up, so that's something left to take care of. We'll also have to get some doors, and another little trick that I've learned, I'll show you guys, that we can use kelp to make the bubble elevator go much faster. So instead of putting block after block of source water, we just add kelp to flowing water, and it makes it all into a source block, and then we just delete the kelp and it's done. So instead of placing every single source block, it's going to save us a whole lot of time. Let's go ahead and see, this is what we're trying to avoid. This right here, this is why we need a bubble elevator. This is ridiculous. We could at least have made it stairs, but we've had bigger projects on our mind. Who cares about stairs when you can build a Viking castle, right? So let's go. Bounce, bounce, bounce. I feel like Tigger. Bounce, 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 bounce. Okay. So it's nighttime. We could sleep. Yeah, but we're brave. We can do this. Let's go. Got everything lit up out here, so nothing should spawn immediately outside of the gate at least. Now we're going to go get some kelp, and we're going to go get a magma block so that we can get these bubble elevators flowing. On out, and we got our sugarcane farm coming along. We have more sugarcane than we will ever know what to do with, really. Look at all this. Completely unnecessary. But it's always better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. We can just dive down pretty much anywhere and gather some kelp. That's not a big deal. But what we need to keep an eye out for magma blocks. They're not incredibly rare. We know there are some. Look at all these shipwrecks. There's like 3 shipwrecks right here. We've searched them all. There's nothing too exciting in them. And see, this is, if you can see that pillar, it's way out there. It might be kind of small on the screen. But if you can see those pillars, those are how I mark my way to get home. And the maps are useful, but if you just keep going, and I don't like to carry maps with me 24/7. If we have to go on like a spur of the moment trip, kind of like we just did, then we need to be able to find our way home. So out here you can't see where home is. It's just empty landscape everywhere. So I make a little 3 tall column of cobblestone that's obviously placed by a person. I put a torch on top so that I can see it from any direction. And I put another torch on the side of cobblestone that faces toward home. So if I look at this, I can see since the torch is on the left, that means my home is that way, and that's where we just came from. So that works for me. Saves me a little bit of trouble. Oh, it looks like we got some light over here. I think we'll have a magma block perhaps. We only need 1 for this to work. It's not a big deal. I want to get my silk touch out. I think you can do it without silk touch, but I want to be sure. Yep, there he is. There's a little guy. Let's go get him. Dive, dive, dive. Fill me up on air before I dig you up. Alright. Another great thing, if you didn't know about these things, is if you hold shift near, just like this is me holding shift, it fills me up on air. Now, I do have Aqua Infinity. These are my enchants, but nothing to help like Respirator, no water breathing potions, nothing like that. So, there's nothing to increase it. That's another great thing about these. Reach you air and pull you down really quick. So, let's go get some kelp. We want to make sure we have at least 64. Well, no, not technically 64. I guess about 55, since we're just coming straight down. But all we really got to do with these is punch the bottom block and go to the top. Make sure we get out of there before we need to breathe. Go. And then we'll just sit up here. We'll wait for it to float up. And once we get this kelp, since we have the magma block, we'll go ahead and head back and start working on our mine. These new water mechanics are just awesome. Alright, we got more than enough kelp, so let's go ahead and head back. So I'm going to head back, get started digging those 2 holes, and then once we get the holes all filled out, I'm going to bring you guys back in and show you just how we're going to do this water elevator. So I will see you guys then. Alright everyone, I went ahead and dug those 2 holes. We have 1 for going up and 1 for going down. So it's no big deal. Now we just got to put these in here. Now the soul stand is going to interact with the water and it will push us up. Thought I heard something behind us. And the magma block, as I'm sure you all know, will interact with the water and pull us down. So this will save us a lot of time coming and going in the mine. Much better than those janky stairs that you've seen. So another thing we want to do real quick, before we toss the water down here, is we want to block these up. Don't worry about the dirt, that's just temporary. Just so we don't overflow the mine. I'll just knock this out here, so that the water can flow out and just go over there. Not a big deal. So we're going to head back up, place our water, and then we will get started. Hopefully we should have enough resources for everything. Should not be too big of an issue. I think I'll go ahead and do the magma block first. I guess it doesn't really matter. I think I'll do the soul sand first, because since the effect won't be in yet, we'll place it at the top. We'll have to travel all the way down. We can do that with the water. That's not a big deal. Then we can place the kelp, and we'll have to do that from bottom up. So that'll be a little bit easier doing it with the soul sand. Actually, for the magma block, we might have to use a piece of regular sand. I don't think you can place kelp on magma block. I'm glad we thought of that. Let's go grab a single piece of sand real quick, just in case. Ooh, there we go. Easy as that. And the hole actually starts down there, but we're not going to want to have to go down here every time we want to mine. So we're just going to add some walls. These walls really don't matter because we're not going to see them. We're going to move far too quickly, and it's going to be very dark. Add these walls. And then this is the other one. This wall. This wall. The other side. Okay, there we got our tubes all set up. One. Just make sure we're going in the right places first. Yep, sure it is. Okay. Go, we got that one. Woo! That one in place. We want to bring this all the way up to whatever level we're walking at. So we're one more. Same for this. Okay, we've got our two holes. Go ahead and our water. Next thing we need to do, go down and add our kelp. So I guess it doesn't matter too much which one you go down. I guess we will add soul sand one first. Love these swimming things. You can swim straight up and down. That saves us quite a bit of time. The bubble elevator is going to be faster. Okay, so kelp on soul sand does not look like it. I'm glad we went to get that single piece of sand. That easy fix. Okay. Okay, now we'll just add this kelp, and this will turn everything into source blocks. It's no longer flowing water, because flowing water does not work with soul sand or magma blocks. It has to be a source block. It'll take a little bit of damage, but that's not a big deal. Alright, now we're at the top. Now, as you can see, these are all source blocks. So now what we want to do is go all the way back down to the bottom, cut out the bottom kelp, and everything will be source blocks. So we don't have to worry about all these. Cutting out the bottom one, cut out all of them at the same time. I forget which way we're supposed to go. Oh, that's not the way. That's alright. Big deal there. Soul sand in. Get in. Oops. Make a couple of signs. And we're going to use signs to stop the water. Since it is a source block now, it will flow out. I guess we could have done that in the first place, but well. Go. And later we can actually use some signs to point like elevator up, elevator down, etc, etc, etc. Let's do the same thing over here. And like I said, we're going to fix this later so it's not so ugly. You can't place these on magma blocks. Nope. Sure can't. Do we still have that piece of sand? Nope. It must have gone up with the soul sand elevator. So now that we have this one installed, all you gotta do is jump in with the bubbles, and it will take you straight up. How fast this goes, I'm not pressing any buttons right now. And then all of our stuff is meeting us up here. Because all the items float in this one also. There, we got our sand. So we will no longer be able to go down this one. But it's not a big deal, that's why we're installing the magma block one. But in the meantime, since that's not installed, we'll just have to swim down there like we normally would. This might be a little bit dark for you. I have the brightness turned all the way up to make it easier for everybody to see when they watch these. I know what that is annoying. I want to make sure we don't break this. My silk touch. Uh-oh. Okay. Swap this out. Ooh, just a little bit low on inventory space. Okay. Add our sand in. Grab our kelp. And let's go to the top. Hopefully without taking damage this time. Our hunger is going down mighty quick. Okay, we're almost there. 2 bits of damage, that's not too bad. Should probably go sleep soon, we don't have phantoms spawning. But now that those are in place, go ahead and swim to the bottom again. Knock out that bottom layer of kelp. It's all gone. Take out the sand, pop in the magma block. And bubbles should start flowing after a few. Yep, and if all the kelp comes down, that means you know you did it right. Because the bubble elevator is going to suck everything down. Ooh, look at all the kelp. Check that out. So we'll never be able to go up in this. But if we hop in, it is a nice way to burn your feet a little bit. So that's great. Alright, so our bubble elevator is complete. It's ugly, but it's complete. So now, how do we want to make this look better? I have ideas for the top, but I'm not sure if I've come up with any ideas for the bottom yet. I don't think I want to use any sort of minerals for the bottom of the mine, because since it is in a mine, all of the minerals are pretty much everywhere already anyway. So I think I'll use wood for this. It'll be a nice little contrast to the rest of the mine. Okay, so we don't need it too big. This is pretty much just where we're going to be passing through to come mine. So I'll go ahead and... Actually, I don't even need to do that. I'm going to try to be conservative, try to save some of my wood. I'll just temporarily break this bubble elevator. Will automatically fix itself. It's not a big deal. All the bubbles are still going in there. Alright, go ahead and replace all this ugly dirt blocks with wood. I guess I could have done wood in the first place, but I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to make this look. Now that we got the main part of it over with, we can go ahead and make it look all pretty. This is going to cause a little chaos for a second, but that's okay. Actually, I'll take these 2 blocks here. Stand on this. Where are my signs? This is here. This is here. There we go. Take this out. Whoops, we don't want to type anything in there. Doesn't do any harm, but there's no reason. This is there. Place that there. There we go. Not too shabby if I say so myself. Now we're gonna have to get some more logs. I didn't bring everything I had with us. How should I do the floor? We could do. I don't really like the look of granite. Diorite with this texture pack is actually not too bad. And the andesite looks pretty much just like stone. So we don't want to use that. What should I do? Well, it is a mine, so maybe I'll actually use cobblestone. Could look good. We don't want a nice pretty diorite floor or anything like that, because all our work boots and everything are going to scuff it all up. I'm trying to be at least a little realistic with our building here. There we go, that looks better. Fix that ceiling too. So we can just leave that as stone. Let's go all the way out here so we can add, actually let's take these down too so that we have access to this other layer of tunnels that we've already built. Maybe in the future we can just keep this going, keep doing our branch mining out to the side like that. That could look real nice. Diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole. It's an old Minecraft song. It's weirdly repetitive, but also strangely catchy. If you've never heard of Diggy Diggy Hole, you might want to look it up. Be warned, it's a little out there. I like how we're making the ceiling out of stone. Pretty much none of the ceiling down here is actual stone. That's just our luck. But it's no big deal, we can patch that right up. Okay, we're definitely not going to have enough minerals, but let's go get more. It's one of the great things about Minecraft. If you're willing to look long enough, pretty much every resource out there is just never ending. Yeah, we're pretty much already out of wood. Figures. Oh, we've got enough just to finish up this side. If we finish out flooring like this thing, put this in the center over here. Do one in each direction for the doors. This will be wall. Finish up the flooring, then go farm some wood. And when we have enough wood, we can come back and finish up the bottom part of the mine. Now, I don't want the bottom of the part of the mine to be anything too fancy. I do have some pretty cool ideas. At least what I think will be a cool idea for the top of the mine. Make it stand out a little bit compared to the rest of the Minecraft generated village. Guess we can take this out too. Only makes sense to do that, right? Block there, fill up this, there. Okay, I think we got it pretty much sorted out. Okay. I'll just fill this in for fun. Alright, now what we're going to do is I have 2 more signs, right? Yep, perfect. So what do we want to do? This is up. I'll just put a sign here that says elevator up. I like to do this, just add a little bit of creativity to the sign. Elevator up. Kind of brackets the wording that we do. Makes it look a little bit better in my opinion. Go across, -2. Elevator down. Go. That looks pretty good. Now I don't want this just to be cobblestone floor, wood plank side, stone roof. We're gonna need to add a little bit more detail to it. So I'll go get some more wood. And then once we have enough resources, we'll bring you guys back in to take a look. Alright everyone, so I was out gathering some resources to finish up the mine, and I came into my home. I was just up here in the chest gathering some resources, and I heard growling. Yep, that's right, growling. And I was sure that I went through this place with F3, and I made sure nothing could spawn up here. But then I remembered, we left one spot in the darkness just for reasons exactly like this. We got one. He spawned in here all by himself. Now, I have was wondering, can you name a zombie? Like, can I name him? Like, should I run upstairs, put a name on this tag, and can we slap it on him? What should we call him? Gotta be something really dumb. I'm gonna think on names, and we'll have to figure out the best one. What should we call him? Alright, so we got our name tag. We got it enchanted with the name. Come on over here. Let's see, what are we, can we name you? Work? There we go. We have Bob. Bob the zombie. Hey, you don't hit. Get back here. Get back in your place, Bob. There. Oh, how dare you. How dare you, sir. This is my castle. Bob the zombie. I have an uncle named Bob. Evil eyes. You don't scare me. We officially have a prisoner. Now, having his moaning and groaning in the castle might give me paranoid dreams and nightmares when I'm sleeping just upstairs. But that's okay, we'll deal with that later, not a big deal. Let's go finish the mine. Alright, so we have finished up the bottom of our mine. It's not exactly how it used to look, but I wanted to add a little bit dark wood in there just so it's not this, you know, just so it's not oak planks all the way around. This adds a little bit of contrast. I did a little experimenting with different wood colors, and I think the dark oak and the oak went well together because it adds some contrast and changes things up. It's not just the same color all the way around. And I added these trapdoors in there because when I came down to finish this, there was a creeper standing right here, and fortunately he didn't see us as soon as we got off the elevator. We were able to sneak to the side and shoot him with our trusty fairy bow. But since he's there, I added these in and lit this room up a lot. So when we come down, we can see out very clearly. No mobs, except for those, you know, those little mini zombies, little ankle biters, or we hate them, we hate them. But anyway, we can see everything else that comes down, so it won't be too much of an issue. And I always light up my tunnels, so we shouldn't have anything to worry about. And then we got a crafting table right in the middle, just kind of ties the room together, so it's not big empty space. But everything down here is looking pretty good. So let's get back up to the top and see what we can build. Alright, so back at the top, we have quite a small area to work with, which is one thing that's kind of unfortunate, because I got big plans. But we got this little area to work with. We're going to make it happen. You know, we work with what we got. And if we have to, we can extend this wall out a little bit. Hey, we built it so we can knock it down, right? Not a big problem. But we're going to go ahead and I want to make it look like the earth is just kind of rounded out around it. And then we kind of dug into like a small cave and then built our bubble elevators. So I think what the first thing we need to do is we need to fill this in a little bit. Not going to fill it all in, but figured about 2 dirt blocks high will be alright. Then we're just going to leave this blank because we're not going to have dirt. That's not a good building block unless you're just trying to fill something in. Let's go ahead and finish filling in this. 1 block will be fine. Hopefully no creepers blow up over here and we won't have to worry about it. Okay, hard part's over. No, I'm just kidding. But then what I've planned is going to put cobblestone all the way around. Now I'm going to have to break this dirt, obviously. Put more cobblestone down. This should not mess up the bubble elevator. I always get worried about new features. Especially when they run together like that. As long as we're fast, it shouldn't make too much of an issue. Whoops! Too fast there. Okay, so now we have this. I brought some regular stone with me. Let's go ahead and mine up a little bit wider area. Yeah, we're almost definitely going to have to take this wall out at least a little bit. That's okay. And this house is cutting it close too. Oh man, we did not give ourselves a lot of space. But we just kind of worked with what we were given. So let's go ahead and do this a little bit. No, I don't want that there. Or do I? No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, no. I don't know. But we'll go ahead and dig this pathway out real quick just so we can kind of see where we're going to put the bubble elevator. So I'll dig this out, fill up the planks, and we'll get back into work. Alright, so I went ahead and filled in the pathway. I got it coming over there from there, so it looks pretty nice. It goes pretty smoothly with the rest of the village. And then I put this cobblestone here because I want to make this look like a mine. You know, I want to make it look pretty industrial. And this is what we have so far. And then I want to put stone around it because, like I said, I want to make it look like we just walked into a cave and then started digging straight down with our bubble columns. And that's not what happened, but we're not going to tell them that. We're just going to make this up as we go along. So it's going to look nice. We got to make this. I want to see if we can get like a big hill. Between this wall and this house, we're going to have to work with what we have. But that's okay. We like a good challenge, right? That's why we're building pro and not building noob, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and clear out some more area. We're smacking a torch. I don't want anything spawning on top of me. I walk away for a second. So, what do we got? Okay, so what I'm going to do is, obviously not with dirt. I'm going to put columns here. One that says elevator up and elevator down. Not sure what to do with that. It's got to look industrial, so I don't want to just smack down more wood. That seems to be obviously a pretty common building block. I don't want to just smack that down. Not in an industrial area. It doesn't make any sense. So let's build this out a little bit more, and then we'll... Yeah, I think we're just going to have to go ahead and start cutting this wall down. So I'm going to go to sleep, because middle of the night. Go to sleep, then tear this wall down, you know, so nothing comes in. Sneaky little buggers out there. So I'm going to tear this wall down, expand it out, give us some more room to work with. And then once we get a little bit more room, I think we can really make this work. So let's do that, and we'll be right back again. Okay, so we have expanded our wall, give us a little bit more room to build with, so we're not so claustrophobic. Up in here, we can really get down to work. Now, like I said, I'm going to remove these dirt blocks, obviously. I was thinking, what's more industrial looking than the block of iron in this texture pack? Now, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of expensive, but we have more iron than we know what to do with right now. So I think that looks good. It's not too shabby. We'll get a couple torches, just so we can mark which way's up, which way's down. Oops. Going this way's up, right? That's a yes. There we go. We got our signs up. So let's back to building. Oh, look at all this space. So much room for activities. What are we gonna do with it all? Give us a little bit more space, then we'll get back to building. Okay, so I'm gonna build this out a little bit further. Couple up there. Now this is by no means going to look natural, but I would like it to look about as natural as I guess this could look. Let's do that. Then, here comes the risky part. Let's start going up. Fortunately, since we have a silk touch pickaxe, we can go get some more smooth stone pretty easily. Art enchantments, just the best thing ever. We were playing Minecraft without enchantments, and we thought we had it pretty good once we got diamond tools and everything. But now diamond tools are nice. They're nice. But they're nothing compared to enchantments that we have nowadays. You get efficiency 5, you get fortune, you get all that stuff done, and if you can get a high efficiency, high fortune mending diamond pickaxe, then you're pretty much set for the rest of the game. You'll never have to get another pickaxe, unless you just want one with silk touch on it. I personally don't use silk touch for everything, obviously, but some people are just madly in love with silk touch. I completely understand that. Now I have what I think is a pretty cool idea. It's gonna be kind of hard to build. Ooh. Yep, let me out. Let me get my silk touch pickaxe, so I don't go start wasting more stone already, because we're pretty much out, and that was really fast. That's okay. We will make it happen, Captain. Put dirt back here. Shh, don't tell anybody. But I'll put that down. I want to make a nice kind of layer that goes over. It doesn't have to go straight across, of course. Go like this. Bam, down. Bam. Whoops. Okay, something like this could do. Because what I want to have is I want to put a minecart on top of this. And it won't be a minecart that we sit in or anything. It'll just be a minecart that continuously goes around, kind of circles the mine. I think that'll be a pretty obvious sign that, hey, what is that building over there? Oh, hey, there's a minecart on top. And it looks pretty industrial, so it must be the mine, right? Right, exactly. You guys are on board. You guys know what I'm talking about. So let's try to build. And I haven't built minecarts in a while. Did I just put sticks on the tracks? What was I thinking? Oh my goodness. 16, that's a lot. How many does this build? I forget. Does this go here and a stick? I got that backwards again. 6, we're gonna need more of those. What else is gold good for? Am I right? Exactly. 2 of these, a couple of these. Bam. Let's get a few redstone torches so we can actually power everything. And this is kind of important. A minecart. Kind of a big deal. Might be useful when building mines with rails through them at least. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Because once we get this built, we can probably pretty much build around this. Now, on the corners, ooh, I don't think this will work. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's not a big deal. That'll be the last thing we build. Ooh. I like to have a very organized little bar down here. You guys have probably noticed that I can't live without it. It's just who I am, and I've accepted that. So let's go ahead. Finish. Now I want to make sure this thing runs on a constant loop, non-stop, without people inside. I just did the same thing up there. What was I thinking? Come on, Come on, BuildinPro, you're better than that. Let's go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we got that down. We want to power this without the torches being extremely visible. So let's probably put a torch like right over here. Won't be too visible, somewhere around here. Won't be too visible once we finish covering everything up. Alright, these don't turn, do they? Bam. Okay. Boom, boom. Tricksy, tricksy, tricksy. There we go. Okay, and then what? Take this out. Okay. Ooh, that's too far. Nobody's gonna be able to see back here, so we'll just put some dirt. Remember, dirt is only acceptable to build with if nobody's gonna see it. Alright, let's keep going. Nobody's gonna be actually writing in this thing. Actually, I kind of have a cool idea. Instead of just letting this go around, what if you open it up so you can kind of see it in the back? Oops. Just don't have to see the whole thing right in back here. I kind of want to be able to see it as it goes by in the back. It reminds me kind of the toy trains that you might see, especially around Christmas time, where you can just see the Christmas train full of presents and all the coal for you nasty little people out there, all these creepers and stuff. They get coal for Christmas. But you can see the train come around. It's kind of a fun little thing to do. We're definitely going to have to go gather some more resources, but hey, what else is new? This is survival. What would it be if you're not having to gather resources every 10 seconds for your awesome builds? So that is nothing unexpected if you ask me. Okay, so dirt here. Dirt. You know what, let's go make a little bit more powered rail. I think making one more set just to be safe should be good. Boom. Look at that, I did it right that time. Yay me. Okay, so let's go ahead and bam, bam, bam. Bing, bang, bong. Blammo. There we go. Gorgeous. No idea if we have enough torches, but that powers that and that. I think we might have overdone it on the power rails. Hey, that's okay. It's better to have too many than not enough. Right, there we go. Can we add one that powers both of these? You can put it right there, but I don't want it to be visible from the front. We'll just have to make more. That doesn't even work. Ah, this is ridiculous. What is this, communist China? Come on now. There, at least we got those powered. I think I'll need at least 2 more. Now, I am no mumbo jumbo, so I'm just kind of, look at that. Look at that. I'm no mumbo jumbo. I'm just kind of experimenting. And when things work, I might get a little too excited. This is probably old news to some of you, but I am just getting back into this game after a while. So I'm pretty much kind of relearning some of it. It's okay. That is quite alright. Okay. So that's... Let's see if this works without these being powered rails. I mean, this part's flat, so it shouldn't be a bit too big of an issue, but just in case. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Okay, let's see what it looks like from out front. If you're just walking in, you're going to see it back there, and you're going to see it up here a little bit, but you're not going to see the whole thing. I think that looks pretty good. It might even be going a little too fast. So let me slow it down. Just at some parts. Stop! In the name of me. I am the only authority of this land. I don't think that's too shabby looking. Okay, so let's... Well, we have 2 pieces of stone left, so let's go gather some more resources. And we'll come back and finish this up. Alright, so we have done a little bit more work with it here. As you can see, we got this going all the way around. I changed it up just a little bit. Just had a little bit of depth from when you're looking in out there. Woo! And as you can see, I used my silk touch to our advantage. I went ahead and grabbed some redstone, grabbed some coal, and I threw it in here so it looks like it's actually... So it looks like an actual cave that we just came in and started mining down in. Now, I think it looks pretty good, but I want to add some more stone. I've been smelting it here because I just was too lazy to go mining with my silk touch. But hey, that's okay. That's with Minecraft. You don't have to do things you don't want to. So I'm going to go ahead and add a couple blocks here and there. Hopefully it looks good when it's done. I don't want everything to just be flat. But I also don't care what it looks like from this angle. So let's go. Ooh, don't want to hit the minecart. Let's go down to the front, see what it looks like. That's not too bad. This right wall over here I think looks a little too flat for me. So let's get this out maybe. I think this one. Okay, torches everywhere because I don't want anything to spawn. How about now? How's that look? That looks good. This is still looking kind of flat though. How was that? Just all these little details and textures that can really make it or break it. What's that? Okay, that's something. Big one right here can look good. I really like how you can see the card up there, and you can see it in the back. That's a nice little touch. I like that. It does seem a little uneven here, like there's no space between these two. Then there's a space between those. That kind of bugs me. Maybe we can do something like this. If that doesn't work out, we can always put it right back. Maybe we'll take out this one. This one. What's that? The torch back one. Obviously that's not going to go right there. That's just ugly. I kept the use of torches because, you know, torches are pretty much what you always use when you go caving in Minecraft. I didn't want to change everything too much. Add one there. How's that look? I mean, if you ask me, this is pretty clearly where the mine is. Maybe we'll even put a mine back, or a sign back here that says, danger, mine ahead, or caution, mine ahead. Something like that, just to add a little bit to it. You know what, I actually got a sign on me, so I will go ahead and do that. What should I put on it? Bam. Caution sign. I think it adds a little bit to it. I really like adding in the skull and the redstone. If I had found some iron, I probably would have added that in. But maybe when we find some iron later, I'll come back and add it in. That's pretty easy to add in. Alright everyone, thanks for watching this episode of our Minecraft Let's Play. Really like how we spiced up that mine today. It looks a lot better than it used to, which is saying something because that was pretty bad, let's be real. But I think in the next episode what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do some more work on... Get out of my way! I'm trying to record here, get out of here! In the next episode, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I think we're going to spice up this village a little bit more because it is just, it's pretty much how it was when we got here. We did a lot of terraforming, but I think we can make these houses look a little bit better. We'll get things in shape. I like how it kind of flows with the terrain. It's not all completely flat. It goes up, it goes down, and it works on the side of the hills and stuff. We made it work. But, I mean, these buildings, they're just kind of boring. So in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and take care of that, I think. So thanks for watching. If you liked what you see, then go ahead. If you would do so much, please like the video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.